There you go.
All right. Well, hello everyone. Welcome to Stolen Fires. I'm your game master, Mike Leader, and we're here to play some Fringeworthy, a role-playing game about traveling to infinite number of Earths on a quest to save humanity. So first, we're going to introduce our players and their characters. Before we get to that, we are missing a player tonight. She is sick, and so we'll be relegating her character to the background. But when we get to her, I'll talk about it a little bit. So let's start with Leslie, Bob, and then Jim.
Well, I guess I'll go first. I'm Jim. I'm playing Eric. I am your uh, part-time naval officer, full-time lawyer, exploring strange new worlds and seeking out new life.
I think Leslie's muted. Yeah, we're getting nothing out of Leslie. But I'm Bob, and I play Chewy. Chewy is our resident car thief and ex-convict mechanic who speaks every language.
Which
Not
is
on purpose.
Right. Not always when he wants to.
Do we have a Leslie? Okay, so since Leslie's trying to fix her microphone, we have Leslie, who's playing Captain Cassidy Wagner, a former NASA astronaut who didn't quite make it to space, but is now traveling interdimensional portals. So it's kind of a win-win, really. And we also normally have Jill, who plays Yuki, a resident Japanese historian, who is not with us tonight because she is not feeling well, and I'd rather she get her rest than be exhausted with us. So with that said, Leslie, we're gonna keep going until you've got a microphone. Is that okay? You can just give me a thumbs up.
I cannot hear you now.
Thumbs up. Okay. She's working on the microphone issue. Okay. So Bob, why don't you have Chewy give us the rundown of what happened last time?
All right. So we had invaded New Orleans, and we went to and we found this house, and we found this old lady inside, and so we locked her up, and we told her that we were from France and we were coming to liberate them. And it turns out that she spoke French, which was kind of weird because considering she was in America, but she spoke French, and so we were like, okay, well, we're gonna liberate America, and we're just gonna stay for the French, and we were gonna stay in her house. But then like this kid showed up, and he tried to get us to open the door, but we were like, no, we're not gonna open the door. We're just gonna hide in here. And then he brought the cops. Like, what a narc, right? So the kid brings the cops, and the cop shows up, and totally illegal. I am 100% sure. He came in the back door and he opened the house up, and we were just like right there. And he was gonna pull his gun and shoot us because that's what cops do. But instead, Eric showed up right on time. Eric showed up and he knocked him out. And so we put the cop, we tied him up, we put him in the night in the cupboard. I might have kicked him a couple times, but then so then we had to figure out what we're gonna do. And now that Eric's here, he's like a real military guy, so he knows better. And so we were thinking about like, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna blow up? We wanted to blow up a boat, but we couldn't find any. But what Eric figured out is that there's a statue, a gold statue, and it's of the president. And we should go and blow that up because hell, what's worse than what's gonna stick a big old thumb in their face other than blowing up their big old golden statue? So we had to steal a car, and when we were looking to steal our car, there was this guy, and he was a total dick, and he called me boy, and I was like, no, I don't think so, and so I pulled my gun out and I beat him with it, knocked him down, show that old man what to do, and then I stole his wallet and all of his money. Because, yeah, screw you, old man. And then there was also a cop, and Eric beat up the cop, knocked him out, and left him in the car. Then we stole a car, and we ran, and we drove all the way over to the other side of town where the golden statue was, and we loaded up this truck full of plastic, like a whole bunch of explosives. And then we ran the car right up, boom, blew the statue right up, melted it and everything. And we're like, yeah, mission accomplished. And like Yuki and Leslie, they like spray painted some Vive la France marks everywhere. And we're like, let's get the hell out of here. So we got in our car and we took off back. Or we stole another car and we took off back and we went back to the gate. We went through the gate and then we looked in the newspaper. The newspaper says King of France is assassinated. And we're like, yeah, mission accomplished. Let's get the hell out of here and never come back. So we left. We said, we're not going back there because we've already done enough damage. We're going to lock up the newspaper. We're never going to look at it again. We're going to go somewhere else. So went somewhere else. When we went to another fringe gate. We locked all the gates of the old one. We said, nobody should go in there anymore because that place should just be left alone. And so then instead we went to the next gate, or the next platform, went to new gate. Went to this new gate, and it was super weird. We like get out of the truck, and there's like all these roads, and there's like these statues, and they're like humming and stuff. And we're like, what's going on here? And there's these roads and like a traffic circle and stuff. And we're like, wow, this is kind of weird. And then Eric, he stepped on the road and he got electrocuted, and that's where we stopped.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can. Fantastic.
Apparently, I just had to unplug it and plug it back in.
Good old IT. We try to turn it off and turn it back on again. It never fails. Just to clarify a bit more what Chewie said, they did go over one more platform to the -2. They skipped the alternate and right to the prime world, and they parked their truck on the platform trucks because apparently they have 3 now. Or did Eric leave the?
No, I took it with us.
So yeah, so you have the monster truck. You have the monster truck, the big Russian troop truck. You have the Humvee, and now you have this Argentinian Toyota 800 little pickup truck from the 1980s, which runs really well for its gas motor pull start.
Oh, it's got it has a lawnmower motor.
Yep, exactly. Got to wind the cord around it and pull it to start it. So, when we last left our heroes, as Chewie said, they had walked out on the platform, saw the singing monoliths, the three different pathways or highways or roads with the black pavement, which Cassidy pointed out, which was some kind of black stone with metal in it, shoots of metal in it, and Eric put his foot on it, and it shocked him. So we'll just say Eric falls back onto the grass that you were on, that you were on. You take some damage, but I think I gave it to you already, did I not?
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Okay. So you take a little bit of damage, but nothing serious, just a bit of a ow, teeth, ow, kind of thing.
Did it knock me out, or?
No, you're not knocked out. It just stunned. It's like putting your finger in a light socket. You're gonna get hurt, but you're not unconscious. Not that I know anything about doing that in real life.
You okay, buddy? We probably should not touch this.
I suggest you not walk on those.
Is this like the subway track? You're not supposed to walk on the third rail. Only it's just one rail. They got a subway here, like a really big subway. Oh no, I don't think I like this place.
Nor do I.
I mean, I don't really know anything about it yet.
Well, we know it's kind of creepy. Like these statues are sitting at us, and there's an electric road. Like maybe this is like an electric fence. We're not supposed to go here.
Oh, and just for reference, for those of you who want to hear, if you go to the link tree at the bottom of the page here, you can click on the Fringeworthy open file, and you can go to that folder. You can hear the actual sound the monoliths are making. I posted in the group chat for our players. It's not like they're screaming. It's more like a humming noise.
It's a dubstep machine.
It's a dubstep machine, yes.
I'm waiting for Skrillex to drop the bass.
Doom, doom. Just to reference what that was all about.
So can we see like anything off in the distance? Or
no, actually, now that you're looking, the area around the roads, you don't see anything in the distance, but what you do see are fields, and it's this green, tall grass / could be grain. You're not sure, but it looks like the actual grass itself is about 4 to 5 feet tall in places, but it's pretty even. There's a slight breeze, and it all waves in the breeze. And it doesn't smell.
corn,
you don't smell
soybeans?
pollinated. No, you don't know what. You have to go over there and look at it. You're not close enough to see it. But you guys are on grass as you know it right now. The portal gate itself, as well the monoliths, sit on this little roundabout center, which has got grass. That's actually well manicured. It's an inch high tops.
So the fields are on the other side of the electrocution road.
The electrocution road. Yes.
How wide is the electrocution road?
Would be. Hang on a second.
Electrocution.
How are you going to measure that?
I mean, if I just if I go over and look at it, I'm gonna be like, oh, this is 20 feet. Oh, this is 100 feet. Oh, it's a yard.
Somewhere between 10 and 15 feet, you're guessing.
Okay. Or just
Let's start
making it
pulling.
kind of.
Yes, and let's
Can I
just start
jump over
pulling
this
stats.
or not?
And let's just start pulling stats for exact measurement. You're guessing between 10 and 15 feet.
So too wide to jump over. That was what my. Oh, someone's playing the noise. Okay. So can't jump over that road to go check out those plants. There's no like buildings, houses, grain silos.
No, you don't see any of that. You have the 3 roads, the traffic circle, and all that grass.
This place sucks. Let's go to a different gate.
Seconded.
Yeah,
Standard
I
shooter.
don't know what to do here other than wub 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 wub. I left my furry boots at home.
And don't forget each road has 2 monoliths next to it too, and they have different colors associated with them. One is blue and green, one is purple and red, one is yellow and my brain shut off and thought yellow and green.
Maybe it's a giant game of Simon.
Yeah, maybe this is like security system to keep people from going to the gate. Either way, I don't like this place. Let's go to the next one.
I'm down. I mean, there's really no reason for us to look around here even more.
I don't see anything to.
I mean, even if the roads are electrified, we can always just take one of the trucks and just drive up a little bit to see what's down the road. I mean, they're relatively grounded.
There's 7 more gates we can go and check out. That all go to the same planet.
All right, let's get out of here and just pick another one. Mind you, what if we just get exactly the same thing? That'd be so funny.
Well, if we get the same thing at every gate, then we know this place is kind of weird and not very friendly to us. So then we just go check out the alternates, and if they aren't good, then we move on. Like, we've established there's an infinite number of gates, so let's just keep on picking one until we find one we like. Well, there's no reason to stay at a place that we don't like anymore, right? Like 1949 land, we should have just given up on that place. I mean, if only we thought that there were people there that we could get, like that we needed to rescue. But we've rescued those people. That mission's over. Like, our mission now is to go and find something useful, and I don't see anything useful here. So let's move on.
I mean, I'm down for like a bunch of batch peeks. Just go gate. Just take a look inside, see if there's anything enticing, and then sort of figuring it out from there. I'm down with that. Yeah, totally.
Good. Yeah. Spend about 15 maybe 10-15 minutes in each gate, and if we even spend that long.
Yeah, totally. 50 minutes are up here, and I've already paid the price. Let's move.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys come back onto the platform.
Yep.
And you go to the next gate in line, or you're going to go somewhere else in the row? What do you want to do?
Next gate in line.
Yeah.
All right.
Sure.
So you guys are just all 3. Yuki opts to stay behind in the truck to guard things.
All right.
Okay.
We'll keep Jill out of this. Not that you expect the historian to be able to guard anything. So you step through the portal. You're just going through without the vehicles, correct?
Right.
Okay. You step through, and it's warm, breezy. You hear surf in the distance. You're actually you're standing on yet another platform. Well, the gate ramp, the ramp with the disc in the middle, and there's sand and there's some scrubby plants. You're definitely on a small island in the middle of a large ocean. There's an archipelago that runs out. You can see it from where you're at. It's really pretty. But then you, as soon as you step out there, you get that, it's nice. It's a beautiful beach. And you start hearing the humming sound again. And over to your right, out in the water, about 60 yards away, are two monoliths sitting in the water, and they start humming at that same sound as you appear.
Make sure I'm not the fuck in the water.
Yeah, that sounds like a bad idea.
We have like.
I think maybe these monoliths are like alarms. Maybe they're like alarms to tell people that we're here.
Yeah, this place might be protected.
Yeah.
They're like.
What's Gatto think about this? What's Gerald think of this place?
It kind of looks like where I was trapped for all that time.
Yeah,
I
kind
was
of
thinking-
right?
Yeah, a little bit. It does kind of look like where we found you, Gerald. Are there any? Can I hear any like wildlife, birds, see little
Yeah,
fishies jumping in the surf?
you hear birds. You don't see any birds close by, but you do hear birds. Yeah, you don't see anything in the water except the monoliths. But with a pair of binoculars, you can see that the little island chain goes out for quite a ways from where you're at. And the island you're on is probably about maybe 300 feet across.
It's football field size.
Yeah.
Well, don't think we're gonna find a whole lot here.
Yeah, and if we wanted to go explore, we'd have to get like a boat or something.
Yeah.
We had a
yeah,
boat
I
once.
guess- You had the boat. The seas are relatively calm too. It's like a beautiful day in the Bahamas.
Well, this would be kind of a nice place to have a vacation or something if it weren't for the incessant humming noise. Yeah.
And threat of electrocution.
Yeah.
And
threat of
so,
electrocution,
as you're talking, you see out of the waves comes a bunch of crabs. They're about size normal crabs that you'd see on a beach, and they're coming up the sand. A bird swoops down out of the sky, darts right down at them, and one of them reaches up and grabs it and pulls it down. This bird is green with blue stripes, and it basically bashes it, and the rest of them are watching it do it, and then throws the bird away with its claw. And they continue to march up the beach.
Okay, back in the tunnel. Yes, let's go.
Yeah. You get back in the truck.
Yeah.
Back out. Back out.
This whole world's starting to suck.
Yeah, pretty much. Electrocuted in the case of the crabs. Next.
Yeah. Next gate.
Okay, about the third gate is locked.
Oh well.
We can
Locked
undo that.
gates.
Yeah, see if we can use one of our little magic keys to undo that.
Let's see. Cassie needs to make a tech roll. I mean,
really
quick.
Yes.
Of course, I opened you first. I'm an idiot.
Go find the dice tray.
Make me an electronics roll at -5.
Oof.
Gosh.
Wow, alien technology.
Yeah.
It's the command now /roll, right?
Yeah, /R base 1d10 plus whatever.
Oh, I crit.
Roll again. And that's
Floating dice.
your total.
I rolled another 10.
It doesn't explode twice, more than once.
Yeah. So 20 plus tech. Tech is tech.
Electronics -5.
Electronics. So 20 plus 14. So 29.
29. Okay. And like, wait. You look at the pylon next to the gate, and from what you remember, the one of the triangles is flashing, and that one's means it's locked for a reason, for high pressure. So this could be in the high atmosphere or underwater.
Okay, so this is probably dangerous, and we should not unlock it. Because I don't want to open a gate into the bottom of the ocean.
Oh, okay.
or like the top of Everest without any proper gear.
All right. So far, I've not been compelled to want to go any place on this planet, so I am perfectly fine with leaving this one locked.
Yeah, might as well. I mean, we have other options. I mean, we'll go back to this stuff when we start running out of options. All right.
Next.
All right. You go to the next gate. You step through it. No lights on the pylon. Step through it, and you're in the middle. It's cold. No snow, but just cold wind hits you. You're obviously up higher up in the atmosphere. You're surrounded by mountains, but more importantly, you're standing in what looks to be some kind of crater that is at least 100 yards across. You'd have to measure it out, but and around you is the remnants of a building. You see the metal that you guys originally pulled out of the gate with the bucket and the other things, the alien metal, but it's just in smashed chunks everywhere.
Oh.
The gate's fine. The ramp is fine, but there apparently was a building here at one time. And there's just debris and smashed stuff everywhere in this crater.
So when those pirate guys let a bomb off near the gate, right? It exploded and it made it really big. I wonder if you put a bomb on the gate in the planet, right? Like the bomb, like the gate back home, if it would have the same effect. And so if somebody tried to like blow up this gate, like they put a really big bomb on this, they found it, they put a really big bomb there, and they exploded up, and then the gate amplified it, and it blew the entire top of this mountain off and left a crater right here.
I pulled a Geiger counter out of the truck just to check the place out.
You go back and get a Geiger counter. Sure, you come back through. You turn that on. Yeah, there's a little more radiation than normal here.
Oh.
It's not dangerous, but there's radiation.
But still, if we hang around here too long, I wouldn't recommend it.
Sure. Let's
name place. Thank you.
Let's get some of this metal though to take back, because the metal seems kind of useful. I mean, they made that jar.
Yeah, it could be studied.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good idea.
Let's get as much as we can. Let's bring the small truck through here and just fill the bed up the truck with this stuff.
Sure. But let's be quick about it and selective about what we take. I'll go back and get the truck.
The garbage men, garbage people.
You're building a scrap metal truck.
Yeah.
Going through.
We gotta write our phone number on the side so people can call us to pick stuff up. Stop! Ow!
Hey, I'm from Long Beach, dude. 80s pickup truck filled with scrap metal driving around somewhere. That's something you see every day.
You see every day. For folks who don't understand, we live in Los Angeles, where this is a very common thing. People have smaller old trucks, they put panels in the back, and they fill them full of junk, metal, and things like they're collecting for scrap. It's a thing, and they apparently make money doing it. So, good for them. It just strikes me as funny that we built one of those in this game now.
Yeah. I go back to my roots.
Okay, so you pull the truck through, and you pile all this scrap metal. I mean, there's nothing left there. It's just scrap.
That's okay. Like, this metal seems useful. Like, they can figure out how to, melt it down into ingots or something, or make new pots that make things light. Like, whatever. They can figure out something useful with this metal.
Yeah. Well, let the chemists and the metallurgists work that out. But it's definitely something that should be studied.
I mean, the stuff's pretty lightweight, right? So, like, it'd make a good hood from a car. I mean, the other guys, they got carbon fiber hoods, and that's pretty cool and all, but I got alien metal hood on my car. Screw you.
Or maybe make some rims too.
Yeah.
All right. We'll get that done, and then we get out of there and move on to the next one.
You pull the truck out, leave it on the platform, and with a little scrap metal in the back. All right, sure. Go to the fifth one, and you feel the same atmosphere you did at the first portal. You're at the side of a dusty road. There is no ramp or a disc behind you. Apparently, some kind of warp. But it's just a dirt road with a barbed wire fence across from where you guys are standing. And behind the barbed wire fence is a monolith, but it's split in half and collapsed. It's broken. there's a sign hanging from the middle of it that is written in really bad, poor handwriting, and but it's written in English, and even Chewie can read it with easy, but everyone else can read it too. And it says, "Eat this way," with an arrow pointing to your right, and a smiley face on it too.
Eat this way.
Saw this in a movie that may have had Seth Rogen and an alien in it. So should we go eat? They probably make a mean hot dish.
I don't know, man.
Maybe they want to eat us.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything here that I find alluring or worth risking my life to investigate.
Yeah, like, I mean, obviously they got nuclear bombs, right? Because they bombed that place. But I don't know what else they could have, right? Like,
There are signs pointing to this apocalypse sort of situation. I don't really know if I'm ready to be in Mad Max.
Yeah.
Up to you guys. I say we just take a peek in the next one.
Yeah, there's 3 more gates to look at.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. It is the first time we've seen some kind of potentially other sentient life form. Though.
Sentient, if not slightly literate, yes.
It can write.
Bunch of Campbell hillbillies is probably what's in here.
Okay, so you guys go back to the platform, go through the 6th gate?
Yep.
Yes.
Are you going through together or one at a time?
We go through.
I have to ask for my reference. I've not been asking that.
We go through together.
Okay.
Yeah.
We all walk through at once. Okay. So, let me just check something really quick. Get my system notes out. All right. So I need to roll some dice. Okay. That's how that's going to work. Okay. I'm going to roll them here. Okay. Okay. So you all step through the gate. As you're going through, and normally when you go through the gate, it's that wonky passing through time, space, kind of hits your stomach a little bit. You guys are used to it now. This time it feels different. It feels hot, really hot. As you step through the gate and you reach the other side, you realize you're on fire. It's not gasoline fire, soaked in fire, but your clothes are burning and you're smoking as you come through. Now, before you react to it, what you see is you are on top of some high mountain somewhere. There is snow everywhere. There's snow blowing in your face. There is a portal and a ramp at your feet, and there's snow on the ground. But you guys all are on fire. You've taken 22 points of damage, but minus your armor, so 11 points of damage, and each of your armor has been damaged by 1.
All right, I'm critically injured.
How are you critically injured?
From the damage I took before. I was already 16 points into it. And that actually puts me at 27 points, which is 2 points past my seriously wounded.
Okay, so you're serious. That's fine. You can be seriously wounded. I mean, to fix your armor values. Hang on a second.
Oh, I am also seriously wounded, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, that puts me over the threshold to be seriously wounded. Oh, wait, no,
That's
you
fine.
said it was 11 points. It was 22.
11 points.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, it was 11 points? Okay, I am not seriously wounded.
Yeah, you guys shouldn't be that hurt yet.
Yeah, I took 16 points from the electricity last time. Plus that puts me at 27, and my seriously wounded threshold is 25. And it's over half my hit points, which is 50.
Yep. Okay. So you guys are on fire. What are you going to do?
Stop, drive, and roll. Stop, drive, and roll. I watch TV. Stop, drive, and roll.
I want to go straight back through the gate.
Okay, so Cassie turns and dives back through the gate. And Eric and Chewie dive into the snow. that correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So you two are out instantly. The second you dive into the snow, you're not on fire anymore. And Cassidy dives back through the portal and is still on fire. Yuki sees this and runs over to try and put you out with the fire extinguisher.
Now who's a hot fish?
Now I'm very cold.
Yeah, you're very cold and it's hard to breathe, but you're out as well.
This plant sucks. I vote we go to another one altogether.
Yeah.
Oh, and you guys, as you sit up, you look at the portal and the gate, and it's got a reddish ring around it for
Ring of
whatever
Death.
reason. Ring of Death, yes. For your Xbox fans, Ring of Death.
So this gate is a danger gate. Did we ever find out if the gate in what was it, Chile, the gate back home, if it was the Sand Sea gate, is that one bad? Or did
It
that
sets
one have
people on fire when they go through it.
Did that one have but did that one have a red ring on it too?
No one's actually gone through it and come back.
Oh.
And Chile is protecting it, so no one goes through it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently the person who went through it died.
Yeah, well, Eric almost died. I got a first aid kit, Eric, and I only know a little bit about how to use it. I'll give you some drugs though.
No, hold on. Help me melt some of this snow. I'll just go in soaking wet. Hopefully that'll help.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, okay. yeah. So we'll have to melt some snow and get us all wet. Oh, that's gonna suck because it's gonna be really cold.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's both do that.
Okay, so you guys get yourselves soaking wet in the snow.
Yes.
Cassidy, what are you doing after you've been put out? You keep standing here and you're like, what happened?
Went through the gate and then we were on fire.
Where are Eric and Chewie?
Apparently on fire.
Well, how can we go get them?
Yeah, but if we go, do we have fire suits?
No.
Good question, though.
Well, fair question.
Yeah.
Do we have a blast shield?
Nope. All valid questions, but good notes for later.
Mark III,
not dead.
6 power.
Adding to the requisition list, fire suits.
You have environmental suits, but you don't know how they'll hold up against fire. You could put one on and see how it goes.
I don't know if we should go through there or just wait for them to come back. I mean, I got big boo boo.
Yeah, you should go over here and sit down. Come on.
Let me just start wrapping myself in vet wrap. Actually, it's probably not very good for burns. Yeah,
All
I
right,
think I'm just gonna wait for them to come back through the gate, and if they never come back, then they burned alive, and I gotta write sad letters to their family.
We can't stay on this mountain covered in cold water for very long.
No.
We'll die of exposure. We'll be burned and die of exposure, which would suck.
No, I'll make sure you're wet, and I'll stay dry while you do, and then you go through.
All right.
And then I'll go back behind you.
All right. That sounds fair.
Okay, before you guys go back through, are you guys going to do any first aid on each other to try and stabilize your wound? Because you probably can get more. You're probably more injured if you go back. You probably can get injured if you go back through. You don't know.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, whatever we can do. Sure.
I don't know if our basic first aid kits have anything for burns.
Not even a little bit of aloe?
Yeah.
little aloe, little butter.
Take some extra strength Tylenol and walk it off. Rub some dirt on
Yeah,
it. Rub some snow on it.
No, you just sound like my dad.
Yeah.
On my side of the gate.
I mean, we got big kits on the other side. We know that, right?
Yeah. Can I take a look? Is the pylon flashing any colors or anything?
It is. It's not
That-
flashing. One of the lights is on, and it's red. And it's toward the bottom. You don't reckon. You didn't. That's never been on before.
Note to self: this light means fiery death. I write in my notebook.
Fix the diagram. It's on fire.
On my engineering paper, I write it. I draw it. Write it.
All right. So what's the first aid on this?
So if you go to the first aid, which is under tech, Chewie is lightly wounded. Correct? You're not seriously wounded.
Yeah, almost. Well,
Okay.
no, I'm halfway there.
Okay. So for Eric to help him, you need to make a first aid roll, difficulty 10. So
All right.
Your first aid total plus 10.
My first aid is 8.
All right, so roll d10. Don't roll a 1.
Now you got to say it that way.
I didn't mean it that way.
Oh, it's not that. It's that. Boop. That's a 6 plus
All right.
8, 14.
All right, so Chewie instantly heals 5 points of damage. And technically how that works, if you keep treating yourself every day, you're going to heal your body. Actually, not 5 points. Whatever your body level is. Chewie's body is a 6. So he heals 6 points back instantly. And every day you have yourself treated, you're going to gain 6 points back.
All right. All right, now I'm going to dive through the gate. Well, no, first I'm going to treat Eric. I'm going to help Eric, and then I'm going to dive through the gate.
All right, so your first aid skill, since Eric is seriously wounded, it's difficulty 13.
All right. Well, I rolled a 10.
All right, so explode that.
And my first aid is a 10. And I exploded to a 3, so I got a 23.
All right, 23. Fantastic.
Yay.
So Eric heals his body level.
So that's 8 points.
8 points back. There it is. I don't think either of you has paramedic. You have first aid.
Nope, just first aid.
Cassie has paramedic.
I read all the books while we were gone. Well, while we were on break, I took a woofer. I got my woofer.
All right. So I'm no longer seriously wounded, which is great. So Chewie, go.
All right, I'm going to jump through the gate.
All right, jump through the gate. So Chewie comes hurtling through the gate and lands in a kind of a crash pile on the platform.
All right.
You're not on fire.
I'm not on fire.
Nope, not on fire.
And was it burning this way?
No, it didn't burn this way.
Oh, interesting. Okay. We'll wait for Eric. He should be coming through in a minute. He'll be all wet. Get some blankets for him, and get the big first aid kit for him because he got burned pretty bad.
Jim, with Eric, additional 8 back, are you still seriously wounded?
No, he is no longer seriously wounded.
Okay. No penalty.
He is at 19 out of 25. Yeah.
All right, fantastic. So you're not getting any penalties for that. I just wanted to make certain. Okay, so Eric sees Chewie go through the gate. Nothing happens on your end because nothing really ever happens. So is Eric going to go through or going to wait?
Yeah. I'm going to follow the same procedure. I'm going to stick to the mission and plan.
Okay. Same thing. You come crashing through the gate and land on the floor of the platform. So Cass will see Chewie come through and then Eric right after him. Obviously, they jump through. They're not on fire, but they are pretty burned up.
This world.
Yeah. This world's lame. Let's lock that gate and then let's go to another platform.
And show Chewie, see this light flashing? I think this means that it's on fire on the other side.
Oh, well, that would have been nice to know ahead of time. Okay, so
Yeah.
new process is we check the pylon before we go through every gate.
Yeah, we probably should have been doing that.
Do not be a pylon. Check the pylons. Gotcha.
Right.
You're gonna lock that one?
Yes.
It doesn't lock.
Oh my.
What the?
That's all right, man. Just put a note on it.
Yeah. I mean, we now know that the flashing light means bad. So, yeah.
Okay. There it is. Treatment. You don't need that for it's only for criticals. Okay, great. You should be fine. You guys are only mildly injured. No.
Do you need me to look at your boo-boos with the big first aid kit, or do you think you're okay?
I think I'm okay, but I think I need to change clothes.
Yeah.
Your arm, all three of your armor's a little trash. Not poorly. It's all basically system wise. It's down 1 point. The armor's ablative until you fix it.
Hmm.
But that's okay. You have other things there. You have hiking jackets and boots and leather jackets and fun stuff in there. And I think some equipment was left from your prior folks as well.
All right, you guys just want to move on to the next planet? Just leave this one behind, or?
Yes. Yes, I vote yes.
So you're not going to check the rest of the gates?
Nope. This plant sucks.
No, F this place. I've already taken too much damage from this place. Screw it.
Yep. This place sucks.
Well, just to point out,
Damn it,
the seventh gate's pylon, all the lights are blinking.
That's probably bad.
And the other one, the last one, looks just fine. No lights are blinking. It's obviously on.
No, dude, this entire planet is basically a guy giggling, going, "Stick your dick in this, man." No. No.
Yes.
I want you guys to understand that the percentage chance of a gate having a problem like that is it's on the 96th percentile, and I rolled a 98 when they're doing it. Like, oh well, shit, that's gonna suck. Oh, they'll find out. It'll be fine.
Well, we're trying to roleplay the fact that we'll probably be kind of second guessing everything about this planet because
You should.
yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
So yeah, I mean, we're just going, this one's been mean.
Well, you guys only have blisters. The damage isn't that bad, so you're not. You don't have you have some second degree burns, but nothing super serious.
All right, I won't take it seriously until it requires hospitalization. Let's move on.
I wanted to make that point.
I just wrap everybody in gauze like a zombie or like a mummy.
Actually, if you had the right fire retardant material in the gauze, it probably work. But do you guys want to check the perfectly normal, no lights blinking gate before we go? And if that one hurts us, we'll never come back here again?
You guys do have environmental suits you could wear.
Oh, we do.
What do the environmental suits do? I feel like I missed this part.
You were trained on them initially when you started with IDET, and they're designed to handle high pressure, low pressure, underwater. They're like big spacesuits, only not as fragile. So you know how to use one because you're an astronaut.
Oh, we should put these on. Also, if we put these on, that means we could go in the high pressure one. Maybe.
Which one's a high pressure one?
The one
That's locked.
that's locked.
So how do you know it's high pressure?
Because the light that was blinking? Mike just told me.
The light, one of the lights on the panel, you guys know it shows different pressures.
Oh.
But why don't we put on environmental suits and check out the totally normal, not blinky one. And if it's awful, then we say good riddance. Then we say, I say good day, sir.
Watch, something that only affects counter suits.
And then we leave and never come back.
All right. Let's do that.
And we put a sign on it that says, nobody come here, it's stupid.
Don't come here, it's like licking a cactus. Next.
All right, so you put the environmental suits on, and you walk over to the 8th portal. You guys going through together or one at a time?
Let's go in one at a time. I'll go in first.
Okay. So Eric steps through, and you feel the pull through, and then you're definitely out of the pull, but it's pitch black.
I'm assuming there's a flashlight on this thing.
Yeah, you can turn your headlamp on.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're in some kind of chamber, and it kind of goes on for a bit. But it's carved out of stone, and it looks like it goes on for a while. The portal is back against a wall. There's a wall behind it. Ramps go down on both sides of the portal, but it goes on like a walkway.
All right, we'll just jump back.
And just on the sides, the two monoliths are up on the walls, and they begin to hum when you walk through.
This world does not want us there.
It's like it's a big indie cave. It's totally pitch black, dark. There are pylons, and when I went through it, they started humming again. So I don't know what they're going to do now. Probably insult my mother and my upbringing. I have no idea.
They were going to wait for the bass drop. Did Gerald get singed?
He didn't go through with you guys. He's staying with Yuki because he has comfortable lap, or he can go explore with you guys. No, he comfortable lap. He's done. He did his exploring with the island. He's done.
Mm-hmm.
That might have killed him.
Let's get out of here. I don't like this planet. This platform's lame.
Is dumb.
What is that place? The free food back there.
Mm.
I mean, I am mildly curious about that, but I feel like it's probably Danger Will Robinson.
If it's hillbillies, you all have guns.
Hillbillies have guns too.
If they can't
Hillbillies probably have more guns.
If they don't have the wherewithal to write down a decent sentence, I'm pretty sure they don't have the technology to help the planet. So move on.
That's mean.
No, that's classist.
Still mean. Still mean. Okay,
yes.
So what's the plan?
Next one?
Yep.
That's all the gates.
Yeah. No, next set of gates.
Platform?
Back to the alternate platform, which you guys haven't explored yet?
Sure.
Why would we think that anything on this alternate platform would be... Like, everything we've got on alternate platforms has been more fucked up than the regular world. I say we just skip this platform altogether and move on to the next one.
Sure.
O2.
As far as
your job is to explore. You don't know what's in those portals.
Platform -2 was the big suck. I say we give platform -3 a try.
But
Gerald will actually say, "Are you running away?"
Yes.
Yes. I don't have any ego vested in this whatsoever.
So you're going to the next one, which is also unknown.
Yep.
You humans are weird.
Exploring. We're doing explore.
Gerald, what would you do? I don't think that you would have left where you were at.
I came out to take a nap. Yuki's got a comfortable lap. No, thanks, by the way. You guys were wanting off exploring. I get the exploring. I do exploring. Philo could have got me last time, stupid kid. Starting to sound like Chewy now.
We could take you back. We could take you back to New Orleans if you would like, and you could meet that kid.
Hey, that's not very nice.
Well, that kid would feed you.
Yeah, the kid would feed you. I'm sure he would give you lots of pets. Or we can go to the next platform.
I'm just saying, you got a platform right there you haven't explored.
Yeah.
You know what's in there.
We've established that this platform's terrible. We're going to the next platform. So Team 5 can check out those platforms.
Hey, you're the ones who are driving. I'm just saying, if you want to explore things...
We want to explore things that don't suck.
Why drive 100 miles? You can drive 50.
Because it's 50 extra miles. Gotcha, we are not going to any of those portals. As a matter of fact, we should just lock them all. I have deemed platform -002 the big suck. And I am not going into any of those portals.
let's just say that there's far more to explore there than we are currently wishing to do because it doesn't seem like. I mean, it's not like New Orleans where you're in somewhere, obviously, where there are people. I don't know. I got a bad feeling about this place.
I am not justifying myself to a talking cat.
Excuse you.
Are we debating the fact that you were a talking cat?
You know, talking about I'm not
team.
superior to you.
Then you can explore the gates. Feel free.
Okay, I will.
Knock yourself out.
Gerald.
Guys,
don't get lost.
Look, it's not like these platforms are going to go anywhere. We can always come back to them. Whatever we don't even know if the next platform will be worse than this shit. So,
if
the
next platform is worse than this one, then I quit.
I think
I will go back to IDET and say, put me back in jail.
I don't know how our contracts work.
Yeah, that is kind of interesting. I mean, what they're going to do is says, all right, you're free to go. There's the door out to Antarctica. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess I'll stay around.
They can give you that Italian guy's job.
Yeah, I could take the Italian guy's job.
You're going to sit here and do nothing.
Read novels all day. Like, that's a whole lot better than getting lit on fire or electrocuted.
That hurt a lot. Okay, so I guess we're moving on to -3.
Okay, let me find that and open it. Notes 1, 2, and 3. I figured you'd be here longer, so I have to go pull that file out.
Sorry.
No, that's fine.
Bad bunch of freaking quitters. But screw that crap.
Because you can go to explore the alternates, which may have more stuff in them, but I can
go
look at other things.
That's
fine. That's fine.
They would just be alternate versions of suck.
Yeah, dude, when it's fuck you at the front door, I don't want to move along.
Yep.
Technically, it's fuck you at the back door because you guys skipped all the alternates to go to the prime.
Yeah, well,
you come in at the alternates and you go out to the prime. You guys came at the alternates.
The alternates are alternates of the prime, so shouldn't we find out what the prime is first?
Well, just you remember the alternates that were just on -1 were similar, but not completely not. You had the alien invasion one. You guys didn't even spend more than 20 minutes in. You had the Greek world. You had the one that Peyton was, and you guys didn't explore.
Yeah, because he said that we shouldn't go in there.
No, you didn't say that. You didn't say that at all. You just mentioned that there are dinosaurs there, and
oh yeah, that's right. It's the world full of dinosaurs. Dinosaurs do not help us with our mission.
Dinosaurs and cowboys.
Neither of which help us with our mission because neither dinosaurs or cowboys know anything about technology that can save the planet. So
Dinosaurs and Cowboys. That sounds like a great movie. Wonder if Harrison Ford is available.
I mean, those cowboys could be space cowboys.
Well, or they could be gangsters of love.
He did not say space cowboys and dinosaurs. He said cowboys and dinosaurs. I'm pretty sure if they were space cowboys, he would have mentioned that.
Yeah, it's a very important detail, I think.
You men skip important details all the time. Anyway, to -3.
Gosh, it'd be horrible if those all technology ones were the alternates.
Yep, it'd be terrible. Team 5 will get all the glory for checking those out. Because it's not going to be
Hey, we saved Hitler. Thank you very much.
That'd kill me. Okay.
You missed that. You have to go save Hitler. I'm sorry. I'm still kind of upset about it.
Okay, so you drive 50 miles back to the alternate. You skip the alternate completely and take a right and head out to the -2 alternate.
Yep.
Are you stopping at those alternates, or are you going to go out to the prime? So you're driving 150 to 100 to 150 miles to get to the prime platform.
We're going to -03 prime.
Right.
And starting the process
all the way
over.
to the prime.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Let me grab that. Make certain I'm 100% there. Okay. Oh, okay. That's going to be fun.
We find the one that's made out of ice cream.
Right. Where's that world? Where is the
Or-
world where there are talking tacos that poop ice cream?
Yeah. Actually, I'd prefer ice cream that didn't come out of taco butts, but you know.
Wow. Okay, so you pull off the alternate platform and go to the negative 2, excuse me. And all right, so
3, right?
yeah, no, you're on negative 2. You skipped that was new. You're on negative 3. Yes, excuse me.
Okay.
You chose not to explore negative 2.
Yep, we skipped negative 2 completely. Screw that.
Okay, so you go to 3 prime, and you have your 8 gates.
Start with number 1.
Okay. Number 1.
First, we check the pylon.
Pylon first.
Check the pylon. See if there are any lights flashing.
We probably need more Vespine gas. I don't know.
Excuse me. Okay. Pylon shows clean atmosphere, no pressure. You step through it, and it is a wonderful old-growth forest. You hear birds chirping. The air is super clean.
All right, that's a good sign.
And it's a ramp, and nothing within sight. Just the portal and the ramp, and a lot of old growth trees. These are the size of sequoias. They're massive.
On Endor. I'm sorry, we're on the forest moon of Endor.
But there's no, you see nothing around you.
Right, there's no road or nothing?
Nope.
I'm guessing that we couldn't get the truck through this.
Yeah, you could. Not the big truck, the Humvee and the little truck.
See. Oh. All right. Well, at least this place doesn't
Place to
suck.
drive around in the bug.
There's no
I'm gonna go smell one of the trees.
Clean air is definitely a better thing. Like, are these like Earth trees, or are these like alien weird trees? Like,
oh, they smell like pine trees. And I'm sorry, Leslie, you said you're what? You're gonna
I'm gonna
lick
go stick
or
my
smell?
nose. I'm gonna go like look at the bark on the tree, and then I'm gonna smell it.
Oh, okay. The bark looks like bark, and it smells like a pine tree. In fact, it's definitely a pine forest.
So, like, how big are the pine cones?
They're massive because the trees are massive.
Do they go straight out?
I put my helmet on.
Do the branches go straight out?
good idea, helmet.
Leslie, you're not gonna. I can't play the botany game with you.
What kind of pine trees are they, Mike?
I'm not gonna go that in depth. They're giant pine trees.
Okay.
Leave it at that.
We're at a coniferous forest. We're done. Okay.
All right.
It's pretty. It smells like it's pine.
Next gate.
Maybe this is Christmas land.
That'd be great. We can meet Santa Claus.
Yeah. Okay, next gate, I guess.
Although if it was Christmas land, there'd be snow on the ground, because there's always snow on Christmas land.
True. It's Christmas tree land.
Oh. You'd have to have a really big living room to get a tree this size in there.
Dude, this tree could be your living room.
All right, next gate.
All right.
Check the pylon.
Check the pylon.
Pylon looks clear. What the hell? One of the files closed. Hang on a second. I'm sorry. I've got so many files to look through for different planets. If I didn't divide them in separate files, I'd go crazy. Come on. I'm sorry. Google's giving me trouble now for some reason. Okay. There we go. All right. So you open that portal and step out on the portal, and you're on this platform of rock. It's actually not that big. Probably about 40 feet across. But more importantly, you're somewhere in the air because it's windy, there are clouds, and Yeah, but yeah, the piece of rock is about 40 feet across. It's just a warp. There's no ramp or portal, and there is an edge to the stone you're standing on.
Hmm. If I look over the
And
edge, is there anything underneath this? Is this like on a pillar of rock, or are we on a rock floating in the sky?
you are on a rock floating in the sky.
Oh, okay. Well, this is an interesting world.
That's very interesting.
I mean, interesting. I don't think I want to hang out here, though.
I don't think there's anywhere we can go. I mean, I don't think we brought any like hand gliders or anything.
Yeah. I'm a pass on this gate, but there being a rock floating in the sky, that's kind of cool. That's kind of interesting.
Any nature
Yeah.
sounds, birds, or anything?
Wind, lots of wind. You can't guess higher. There's clouds everywhere. There is a loud cry of a bird, and as you hear it, a bolt of what looks like lightning shoots out of the sky and lands. It hits right at Chewie's feet, but it's not lightning. It looks more like it was. It's not lightning, traditional lightning you would see. It looks a little more machined, I guess you could say, almost like it's a straight piece of electricity.
What?
So
And
I think Zeus is mad at us, and maybe we should leave.
Yeah.
and you hear, "Halt, interlopers!" as a winged form floats down into the clouds, and it is a humanoid creature with a little bit of feathers and two large wings, and it's holding this metallic thing in its hand. It looks like some kind of weird science experiment, something from the 1940s.
Well, lightning guns, that'd be kind of cool.
Hello? Hi.
Is he speaking our language?
Yeah, you actually hear him in English.
Huh. Wow. Well, why would Birdman know how to speak English?
Maybe he has a little metal ball in his head.
Oh, yeah.
Well, then I'm going to step forward with my hands up, and I go, "Greetings. We come in peace."
How many of you are familiar with Eric Kokra from D&D 5e?
Yeah.
Kind of like it looks kind of like them. Let's
He's
just if
Birdman.
you can picture that.
He's a Birdman.
He comes down, flies in a little closer, and he's got I guess you can say, gun pointed at all of you.
I have my hands conspicuously over my head, trying to seem as undangerous as possible.
Cocks his head. You have no wings.
Unfortunately, I have not been blessed with that.
We do not have wings.
This is unusual. You kind of haven't been seen here in a very long time, according to legend. Sit.
We have come here to parlay. Our world is in desperate need, and we simply seek an exchange of knowledge and information in peaceful coexistence.
I see. Sit, please.
I will sit down.
Yeah, okay, I'll sit down. I mean, where are we gonna go? We're on a big rock here, like.
And I go, if you do not wish us here, we are perfectly willing to come back where we came from and never return. We wish no trouble, just to talk.
I see. He reaches down to his belt and brings looks like a shell up to his beak and speaks into it and says, "I have 3 non-winged interlopers. Can you please bring a disc to 43 by 70? And there are 3 chirps from the shell, and he puts it back down on his belt. It should be 3 standard. So tell me again. You're here looking for help for your people. You just appeared in the middle of our sacred land to look for help. You understand if I'm suspicious, right?
I totally understand your skepticism. And if the roles were reversed, I would feel exactly the same way. But to be to be completely transparent here, we're travelers that use portals and gateways that seem to move us from one location to another. The only choice we have is to blindly go to these places and investigate them.
I'm gonna nudge Cassie. Use the crystal and see if he's fringe-worthy.
I don't have one.
I'm telling Cassie to.
Oh, okay.
She's the one who
The
carries
hand peek at a crystal.
You have to reach into your bra to get it. So you put your hand up. He looks right at you as you do that.
I'm
No
just
sudden
itchy.
movements, please.
It's
And
just itchy. I'm itchy all the
I
time.
would like you to put those. I'm guessing those are slug throwers. Just go ahead and put them down on the rock. Let's all not have a problem. I've reached my killing quotient for the month.
I take my rifle and I put it down in a way. Still, if I can lunge, if it's still lungeable distance, I will keep it that far. But I will, in good faith, do so.
All right, yeah, I'll put my gun down.
Put the guns down.
The location.
Sorry,
Go
sir.
ahead.
I'm just itchy.
Go ahead.
That we have no control as to where these portals take us. If we if we made a mistake in showing up somewhere that you find sacred, we meant no insult at all. It's just a matter of happenstance and not part of any kind of cohesive plan. But our world is having environmental problems, and we're seeking other peoples that perhaps might have a technology or a method to aid us in correcting that problem.
Interesting. You have told some fantastic tales there. But I am not one to judge stories like that. I have sent for one of the sleds that we use to meet with the non-wingeds who live on the ground. We trade quite often, as you should well know, since you are non-wingeds, and we want to make certain that you can speak with my leader.
Well, that's exactly what we seek. We appreciate your assistance in the matter and hope that this develops a cordial and long-lasting relationship between our peoples. Like I said, we seek nothing but exchange of information and peace. And mind you, in our travels, we have encountered much of the opposite.
Well, you will understand that we encounter opposites as well. And so, because this is sacred to us, we have to be careful. And that's why I've not killed you where you stand.
Well, I know that I personally appreciate that.
Jim, will you make me a conversation roll? It's under social.
Conversation. All right, cool. It's a 16 to start with. That'll work. So that's an 18.
Okay. I don't think you are directly lying, but and the gun takes slack in his arm. He's not actively threatening you now. You can see that.
Oh, cool. I relax my physical stance a little bit.
But you'll understand there are things we have to do now that you've appeared in this place. So,
once again, I will reiterate that if we are not welcome here, we will be happy to come from which we came and not return here. That plain and simple. So, but we desperately would love to talk to your leader and see if there's anything that we can exchange.
Fantastic. I think, yes, I am very sure you are not lying to me. And just as he says that, Out of the clouds floats a large silver disc with things inside, almost like looks like a floating platform. And two other birdmen are floating that are similarly armed, are floating along with it. And it appears to have no pilot whatsoever. And it lands right at the rock's edge.
Oh.
So if you'll accompany us, we'd appreciate that.
Will you bring us back? Because we gotta get out of here at some point. And like you said, we don't got wings, so we can't fly up here on our own.
If you do not cause trouble, I give you my word that I'll bring you back to this spot. But you must leave your weapons. All of your weapons.
Leave them right here. Sure.
All right.
What are your people called?
We are the Asmin.
As a species, we're known as humans.
Humans.
Yes, we evolved from primates.
Yes, the non-winged ones have a name too, but I don't deal with them, so I don't remember the name. It's very kind of like how you talk. It's from in here, not from up here. Well, please step on.
All right, let's go. And I whisper over to Chewie, well, their technology does seem a little bit promising. I mean, first and stuff.
Like a little flying platform, that'd be kind of cool. Like, it doesn't look like it's got an exhaust or nothing.
Well, if they have something like that can literally suspend things indefinitely in the air, that could definitely do something for air recycling and reoxygenation. At the very least, it could help a little.
And so they three of them, and the platform just seems to follow them. Fly off in the clouds. They're going relatively slow. They're not actually going as fast as you probably assumed they could.
Mm-hmm.
But all three of them, the ones you didn't talk to, are just kind of giving you side eye, like, what are these things? And Aerith is following you and just kind of not in conversational range, but is still keeping an eye on you. But the gun is more slack than the other two.
Okay, I'm just sitting there. I'm sitting down on this thing because I don't want to be standing, and I'm just sort of minding my own business and try to keep as pleasant a look on my face as possible.
Cut back to Gerald and Yuki. They've been gone a long time. Hope they're okay.
He's in the truck.
And he goes back. He just lays back down and goes back to sleep. He's a cat. I hope they're okay.
The fact that he actually showed some concern over our well-being, it means that we're building a relationship.
So you fly for about 30 minutes, and it's cold up here, but not too cold, just cold enough. The clouds make it kind of damp, which is annoying. But eventually you cut through the clouds, you feel yourself going further up, and then it becomes warm, and you're in this massive blue sky above all the clouds. And Cassie's been this high before. You know what this is like with the cloud cover. This time you're actually out in the open, and you don't feel threatened. You don't feel too hot. You don't feel like you're missing too much oxygen.
Especially since we're in encounter suits.
Yeah, we're in environmental suits.
That's true. But there's no alarms that say otherwise.
Right.
And in the distance, you can see it. It's this massive, massive floating platform city. It's got to be 3-4 miles across and 200 stories high. It's massive.
Bespin.
Yeah. Only more of a castle.
The giants in there.
I think we found the Lando system.
Lando system?
That's what I'm calling this entire freaking planet now.
Yeah, okay. This is officially named Lando System.
Platform -3 is now known as Platform Lando. All right. So we'll take you to the palace to speak to the king and his associates. They'll know what to do. I think the cardinal will want to know more. And
Cardinal.
we find that I personally find that amusing because the word cardinal has two meanings in our world. One is a beautiful red-plumed bird, and the other one being a potentate or head of a religious organization.
He just nods his head, as birds are wont to do. Make some clicking noises, and you guys fly off towards the large citadel in the sky. And while it's a little early, I think I'd like to take a quick break here. It seems best to do that right now.
Okay.
All right.
So let's all take a break, come back in 10 minutes. welcome back. I make my own worlds. Yes, fans, I do make my own worlds because I do take some stuff from other notifications that people have given. Those of you may recognize the eat sign, which just scares the players even more, I guess. Yeah, I do make my own worlds. It's a lot of fun. Just for reference, before we get deeper into what's going on, the 1992 version of the game has this amazing world generator and system generator and alternate generator, and it's great to work with. You get some really crazy stuff, like what we're on right now. And the monoliths.
Croco World.
Hey, the monoliths were neat. Too bad you guys didn't get to stick around for that.
There.
So, when we last did our heroes, they were flying on a rocket sled with some giant Aarakocra with high technology weapons toward a giant floating city, which I believe Eric has now nicknamed Lando System. So, welcome to Platform 3, the Lando platform. Platform -3, excuse me. So,
Star Wars.
So you guys, it's still quite a ways to go to get there, but this place is massive, and there are quite a lot of these bird people flying around. The buildings and houses have this feel of apiaries and bird homes, and so not a lot of ground stuff, but there's holes and there's things to sit on and yada yada yada. There's no real thing to walk on because that's not their thing. There are places to do that, but not important. They take you all the way up to the main spire, which looks to be the most important place. And they take you to a walking area, which they land on. And Era says, just go ahead and come with me.
Okay, I just follow him.
She walks in front of you, and the two other guards walk behind you. And he takes you up a set of very thin stairs. Birds don't like stairs. And into a very large room. They would expect your science fiction, your history reading books. You would expect a throne room and a big throne, and no, there's not. There are literally perches, and the fancy perch up in the center. There is a large Aarakocra as well. It has cocktail colors. He's got a yellow face and gray wings and little red cheeks.
He's so cute. Little
And
budgie.
he looks quite a bit larger and a little more important. And next to him, that is chittering away together, is a large red cardinal, like the bird.
Oh wow!
Right.
Imagine that.
And they both, all the birds in there, quite a few other birds in here as well. We'll use birds as an easier term rather than trying to talk about their race name. So you all don't get confused. I don't get confused. They all have the same kind of, they all wear belts. There are some clothing accoutrements, not real clothing, but more like belts, sashes, things like that. Weapons. Some of them carry swords, axes. They look a little more fancy than you'd expect. A lot of them have pistol versions of that large rifle that Aerith was carrying. And everything just feels a bit... It's not like it's higher tech, it's like sideways tech.
Right. To build things, but according to their own particular racial idiom.
Right. It almost feels, since you all are familiar with it, like 1940s science fiction.
Yeah, I got a Flash from this place.
Yeah, very Flash Gordon. Yeah.
And you can sing the Flash Gordon song in your head. Fantastic. You do that. And those of our audience members who haven't seen the movie Flash Gordon from 1980, do it. Queen did the music for it. It's awesome. Yes, the Hawkman from Flash Gordon. Kind of like that, but not as really cheesy. Not Brian Blessed with wings.
They wish they were Brian Blessed with wings.
Wow, that'd be amazing.
The man is a god.
Man's been kind of science fiction for practically ever. Man did Flash Gordon, did Doctor Who, even did Blake 7.
There's a great series.
Okay, at least Jim knows what that is. I think I may have dated myself at that point. Okay, anyway, Yeah, but there are tons of these bird people in this room, and the second you guys walk in, they all stop chittering, and all eyes are on you. And since the Urkokers, some are side eyes, some are front eyes, there are definitely different subspecies of this bird species. When everyone stops talking, the cockatiel looks up, side eyes you. The cardinal almost looks at you and almost frowns. My God, the birds have eyebrows. It's so weird.
I make sure not make direct eye contact because that's usually interpreted to be threatening.
Okay, Eric set his face on the eyes on the floor. And the cardinal speaks in also English. It's English, and it's thoroughly English to Chewy. Everyone else has kind of a chittering sound to it, but it still is English the way you know it. It just feels a little off. Like if you spoke to them, they think you sound weird, like an alien trying to speak their language. And what is this? You bring two-leggeds not on their day of delivery? Sir, these are your cardinal. We apologize, but these are the ones I spoke about and have called in about. They apparently claim to be from a different place, not from this earth, and they are looking for help. And they appeared in the sacred place for the right giving. They appeared where? Throw them off the platform now. They shouldn't even be here. Guards begin to move towards you guys.
Whoa, no. We were promised that if we participated, you'd take us back to the platform so we could go home.
King puts up a hand in a wing. No.
I basically bow down. I go, Your Royal Majesty.
No. We don't treat people like this, Cardinal. We should know better. Please stand. Please stand.
I stand up and I go, please forgive us for our intrusion. We are not in control of the location in which we land, nor the timing in relation to your blessed rituals. We come here from another dimension, another place, very much like this, but different. We've come to beseech your aid and see in that our planet's environment is in disrepair, and we are looking for peoples that might be able to lend us assistance in this matter. If we at all offend you and you do not wish us to be here, simply take us back to the platform and we will leave, never to return. But I beg you on the behalf of the United Earth governments to at least hear us out and see if perhaps we may be able to be of mutual assistance.
And you appeared in the sacred place.
Not by intent.
My cardinal, this appears to be some kind of omen. There are two legs. They don't belong in the sacred place. But we should hear them out. I'm telling you that's the wrong way to handle this. You're an advisor. I appreciate your advice. I want to hear their story. So you say that you come from a different, you use the word dimension. And not of this world. It is an amazing tale.
I swear to you, by any mean that you find valuable, that apart from today, it is the first time I have ever laid eyes on a being as such as you. We find your form to be beautiful, and the fact that you have flight, we find to be incredible and something that we've wished to be able to do ourselves for quite some time. We've developed machines that allow us to travel through the air, but the freedom you enjoy is alien to us.
So you claim to know machine work?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Aerith points out. Yes, they had mechanical weapons with them. Interesting. So you're not like the Dunbar. or at least you're smarter than they are.
We believe ourselves to be of somewhat matching technology. We have the capability of making energy weapons as well. We just find slug throwers to be more efficient, especially when we're traveling from world to world.
Slug throwers?
Mechanical devices that uses chemical explosives to propel a bullet, what we call a bullet, thus causing kinetic damage to whatever we aim at. We use it primarily for self-defense.
Interesting. Cardinal Puck said, "It's an inefficient way of science, Your Majesty. We should get rid of them. This is going to go poorly."
Well, perhaps you might. You obviously have some far superior ways of doing things. This place is miraculous and beautiful. We would humbly beseech you to tell us about yourselves, and so we can better understand each other. We only seek mutual coexistence and cooperation. We are not in a position to ask for anything else.
That's very kind and diplomatic of you, something the Denbar are not good at, but they provide us the metal we need. And you are scientifically advanced. Your words are pleasant, if not...
Oh, tell us.
No bearing.
We can establish trade. We come from a mineral-rich world as well.
Oh, you do? And you say your world is thick?
Our world is the third planet from the central sun. We have one. It is a large of mass and has one natural satellite we call Luna, or the moon. We have mastered most of the elements and the ability to extract said elements from our world, but the primitive processes that we began this exploration in has caused some environmental damage that we desperately seek to reverse, which is why we seek out sapiens such as yourself in hopes that perhaps they might be able to shed some light into some technology or theory or anything that might be able to help us survive. This is an existential crisis for us, sir.
I see. He puts his fingers together and his wings kind of hung up behind him. I am curious, since you claim to be technologically proficient, and yet you damage your world, and you're able to travel here. It seems that you could travel here through your scientific ways. You should be able to handle your own problems and not come here and beg us for help.
I understand your confusion, and I'm sorry, I have been unclear. The method in which we use to travel between these worlds is a relic left behind by another species we know nothing of, that apparently is no longer inhabits this universe. But they have left behind these portals. We have found that very few of us, a very small percentage of our population, is actually capable of traveling through these portals. We call them Fringeworthy. And even though we are not professional politicians or envoys, we are normal individuals that ply normal trades. It's just that we're the only ones capable of doing this, so we have taken on that responsibility.
I see. Call a historian. I'd like them to listen to the recording of this. Maybe they can make more sense of it than I can. You will excuse me, I am not an expert on the history of our world, but there are legends that I'm sure that a historian can maybe paint your information to see if this is relatable. In the meantime, I think we can give you some rooms and let you walk about the Citadel and answer some of your questions. In fact, since you speak better than others, like the Dunbar, like your Simeon brethren, You look quite different too, which I find amazing. I will grant you each a question you may ask me, and I will do my best to answer it. What question will each of you have for me?
You are a kind and gracious ruler, my lord, and this is an incredible boon. But perhaps if we would be able to take some time to uh, develop these questions properly as to not insult you and your court with foolish things, we would much appreciate that.
You see, Cardinal? They are quite intelligent. I appreciate this. And the Cardinal just looks irritated, his feathers are ruffled. Sometimes the past is the past, and the prophecies are the prophecies. Stop being so old. Fine, I will have you taken to quarters. Aerith, you are in charge of them. Okay. Yeah, yes, Your Majesty. You better come with me. Come with me.
Okay. Come on, guys. Let's go.
Oh man, he just looks upset the entire. He leads you off to a sacred line. He looks so upset and frustrated. Oh, my wife is going to kill me.
I am so sorry to have done this to you. But like I said, it was simple happenstance. You just seemed to be the one that heard the call.
Bad luck. It's all bad luck. It's all bad luck.
You guys have prophecies?
Well, yeah. I'm not an expert on them. My wife could tell you more. She knows all that stuff. She was raised in the fellowship, and they talk about that stuff all the time. The cardinal, he's in charge of all that, and he's old fashioned.
No, we know the type. We in our world we have several religions, and although all of them proclaim to be a religion of peace, they've caused quite a bit of turmoil in our history.
I would agree. My father would agree with you as well. He's not a fan. Not a fan. Let's get you some quarters where you can sit and talk and amongst yourselves. I think you've earned the ability to be by yourself.
Okay. Well, we appreciate your trust, and we will endeavor to not to do anything that would embarrass you or cause you any trouble.
I'm just so not used to seeing walkers talk like this. You just amaze me. I'm sorry. I don't mean to pry, but how did you develop this kind of language? Are you talking as you're walking?
Well, I am what we call a litigator, which is someone who represents other individuals in courts of law.
I see. And can I ask a personal question?
Of course.
Question? Do the males only talk, or the females inferior?
No.
I talk just fine. Also, go tells your folks I says hi.
With there's other than some cosmetic differences, intellectually speaking, our males and our females are identical. And we have, at least for the most part, a culture that accepts both sexes. There was a time where things were different, but I'm glad to say that we became more enlightened than that after some time.
Must explain your language. I appreciate it. Thank you for telling me your personal information. You can stay here. He points at a door. There's no door. It's just an opening. In fact, you notice that there are no real doors here. Everything seems to be open.
They're not down with privacy. Gotcha.
Herbs.
If you need anything, I'll be standing outside for you.
Okay. Thank you. All right, guys. What do you think? Thoughts? Anyone?
I want to know how their little platform works. If I get a question, then that's what I want to know, is how to make the platform work, because that would be useful.
Awesome. Yeah, I think that their anti-gravity technology could be a complete and total game changer. If we can simply get our hands on some schematics, they might be able to reverse engineer or anything like that, that'd be worth its weight in gold.
I just want to know, do the floating platforms make like the car noise from the Jetsons? Because in my head they do.
It didn't, but you can think that if you want.
In your own personal reality, it is true.
They make the little scooty car noise.
How about you?
I am curious about these prophecies. Because I wonder if their prophecies somehow link up to civilization that built these pathways.
Or have something to do with what the humanoid dwellers of this planet are, and the relationship between them and the for lack of a better word, the bird people. Yeah, I do not like how that cardinal reacted to us, and he seems like a person of some considerable power, especially if he commands faith here. So we have to watch out for that guy. So be careful around him. Be careful what you say around him. The monarch seems to be a reasonable individual, though.
Yeah.
And I think that if Chewie asks the right questions, he'll really lead us in the right direction of what we need. But I think I have my question as well. But yeah, finding out more about the prophecy and trying to get a hold of that technology, I think definitely should be our top priorities. It's too bad we didn't bring our historian with us. That would.
Well, he said something that kind of set me off a little bit, and it was that they brought us here when they weren't scheduled for delivery. Like, why would they be delivering walking people?
Because I believe that from what the other things that they said, that they provided them with raw materials, which don't exist in the sky unless you're looking for, the noble gases.
I see.
But I think that the
relationship, they weren't like being delivered for like lunch or something, like that would be.
No. I didn't get that feeling, but that's definitely something to look out for, or slaves or whatnot. But I haven't seen any evidence of slaves, or they seem to not want to have people like us living around them all that much. But it does seem that the inhabitants of the surface are, I don't want to say troglodytic or anything like that, but seem to be far less developed than we are.
Yeah, they said something about that. You keep saying that we talk really well.
Yeah.
I don't have a cloaca. I'm a human.
So where would one purchase the cloaca? No, it's not like that. Oh. Look, this has been the most exciting potential game changer that we've had in a while. Yeah. And the fact that we didn't have to shoot anybody to get this close makes me very happy. We just need to keep an eye on the Cardinal and this prophecy thing, because I have a feeling that's going to be our biggest stumbling block. But
Cassie should check everybody that we meet to be if they're fringeworthy, because if we could find one that's fringeworthy and we could take them through the gate, then we could verify a lot of this stuff. That might make it a whole lot easier.
But I would actually tell them that we're trying to find that out. I don't see a problem with us sharing that, other than the fact that they might want to take those crystals. Never mind. So
yeah, we don't know.
We can figure a way to put that thing on a ring or a wrist brace or something that you can just wear around casually.
Big, isn't it? It's fairly big.
It's the size of a D4. Amazing how that works.
Yeah. I guess I could put on a necklace or something. But then it would be a little awkward when it start glowing more as we got around people, and they'd be like, "What's going on?"
Oh, it's a mood rock. Whenever we're feeling happy, it glows. What are we sitting on, by the way? Is Is it just
It's very plain. There's not a lot, it's not like a lot of decor. It looks like this is some kind of maybe a storage room. There are crates. There are things to sit on, but nothing fancy. No chairs. This is not a place to sleep. This is some kind of glorified storage room.
They wouldn't sleep in beds because they're birds.
right? Right.
Is everything okay in there? Aerith says from the outside. You seem rather
Yeah,
quiet.
we're fine.
Would you like some refreshments? You drink water, I guess. Yes.
Yeah. We're carbon-based life forms, just like you. Yeah. Actually, guys, you want some drink? Maybe some fruit or something?
Oh yeah, that sounds pretty good.
Fruit?
Yeah, well,
Like
pineapple,
fruit.
maybe some mango. That'd be pretty good. Bananas. Yeah, I like
If
bananas.
that's at all possible, we would much appreciate it.
I see. Yes. Click, 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 click. You hear the clicking sounds that he's using with the shell. It will be a few standards, and then they should arrive. Please be patient.
All right, so I'm gonna look at my watch and mark the time right now because I want to determine how long a standard is.
Good. That's super smart.
Okay. Are you doing anything in the meantime before the food and drink arrive?
No.
Okay, so you guys sitting there waiting. It arrives in a few minutes. You're guessing a standard is close to a minute.
All right.
Time being what it is.
Sure. All right, it just gives us a reference point.
Good thing things are simple.
Yeah.
I wonder how they keep their feathers so pretty.
Another bird comes in. Got the grayish white. Looks almost like a pigeon, and it brings up a tray, and the tray has some looks like strawberry things, and a green thing. You know what the hell it is, and a dish with water in it.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
I'll try a strawberry
And
thing.
there is a bowl of seed, like more like sunflower seeds.
Oh yeah, I'll have some sunflower seeds.
Try a strawberry thing.
Strawberries taste like strawberries.
Oh.
All
No.
right. Well,
It's really juicy, and it kind of makes a bit of a mess.
They're very good.
You can feel, you know what Aerith has to be watching. You can see him peeking around the corner because he's curious.
It's good, bro.
Delicious.
I wonder if my mom could make these into a pretzel salad.
Probably. Be a little messy, a little soupy. The seeds taste like sunflower seeds, and you think you hear an audible gasp when you start eating them.
I try to say it in a whisper to the group. It says, "I would avoid blatantly saying that we're carnivores." Odds are
it's a good thing we didn't bring Gato because he probably would have been like all.
Yeah, he'd be going.
I guess it's true. We haven't seen any raptor bird people yet.
Yeah, so just keep that on the down low until we see them eat and stuff like that. Just because I don't want another reason for them to be suspicious of us.
I wonder if we're gonna meet a condor bird person.
Oh, that should be a big old brute. But I haven't seen any hawks or eagles.
And so far, it's all been kind of songbirds, right?
Yeah,
mostly songbirds. Songbirds, small birds. Nothing gigantic or trashy or scary. No trash eagles. The strawberries, the snozberry tastes like snozberries.
Yay.
And the water is clean and cold.
Yummy.
I like it.
Kind of, yeah, almost dry when you drink it. Dries out your tongue.
Interesting.
So, after a few minutes, Eris peeks his head in. Should I notify His Majesty that you're ready?
At his leisure.
You haven't finished all of your food.
Trying so hard to not say we eat like birds. It's like we've had enough food and drink for now. You brought us a vast amount.
You're very generous.
Well, you are the guest of the king now. So, and the staff, they weren't supposed to bring you the seeds. I apologize.
Well, no, flower seeds are great. I have these as a snack or something very similar in my world.
He audibly gasps when you say that.
Well, no, sometimes I eat them even with the shells on because it helps me with my digestion.
Oh, don't do that. Are they like the same size as sunflower seeds that we would have, or are they like big?
They're bigger, but yeah, they're just like them.
They're like Brazil nut big.
Yeah, Brazil nut big would make sense. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. Then I'm cracking them open and eating the insides. Yum yum yum.
He's just stunned to watch you guys do that. I wouldn't expect that. They were trying to be funny to see if you'd eat them.
Is it odd that we eat? Nuts and seeds are actually quite common foodstuffs for us in our world.
The Dunbar can't eat those. They're poison to them.
Oh.
I seem to feel fine.
Not trying to poison us, right?
Sometimes the help is what the help is. I will have words with them. Hopefully they will not have to be punished.
No, please. We don't want to cause any trouble. If they were just simply trying to have some fun at our expense, and it caused us no damage, it's totally fine.
Shall I relay to the king and the cardinal that you're ready to speak with them?
At their leisure, whenever they would have us. Yes, we are ready.
All right, he steps out of the room and does some clicking with the shell again, and doesn't come back. Anything you guys want to do before he comes back?
Oh, let's just try to clean up a little bit. Just tidy up the clothes and fix the hair. Try to look as presentable as possible. We are.
Well, you're in the environmental suit, so there's not much to clean up.
Well, yeah. Well. Actually, none of us have tried the air here without this on, right? So I take my helmet off real quick.
I had to have taken them off to eat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we did turn them off to eat. Okay, cool.
Yeah, they're fine.
We don't.
They're fine.
Yeah, I think it's like, all right, guys, on your best behavior. Remember, we're trying to make friends, and let's give this a crack. We actually have a chance to help Earth, guys. It's freaking amazing.
He eventually comes back in and says, "Okay, they'll see you now. Come with me." And
Okay.
he takes you out to the same court again. There are a little less birds this time. You still feel like you're being watched by thousands of people. And the king and the cardinal are sitting there, and they're still talking in a whisper when you come up. King looks at you and says, well, good. So, what questions do you have for me, 1, 2, 3?
I point at Chewie.
So what I'd really like to know is how that platform works, the one that you flew us over here on, because we don't have anything like that back at home, and I'd really like to know how it works so that we could maybe share that with people back home.
Well, when the first prophecy of the third scroll was fulfilled, we found that technology in a cave on top of Mount Hibiscus. And we've been able to adapt it with our scientists ever since. That was 240, 250 years ago. I'm a little fuzzy on that. And I wouldn't say fuzzy. I'm not quite sure about that, but it's 240, 250 years.
All right. So like you just adapted the technology that you found somewhere else.
Hmm. That is a second question.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Are you using your second question?
No, no. You give. Eric has a question.
Would you like to see more of that technology?
I certainly would. Yeah, I'd like to get up close to it and see how they're made.
Cardinal reaches out and taps the king on the arm and does the whole no. Dire apes. Hmm. And we'll see what we can do for you. Next question. He looks at Cassidy.
Um, where did you get your prophecies from? Who, how, where did they come from?
I will leave this to the Cardinal to tell you about the fellowship. Cardinal
Fellowship.
sits up and tries to look more important than he probably is. Yes. Well, the prophecies were handed down for thousands of years and to be fulfilled. Of the 50 scrolls, and each scroll holds 25 prophecies, only 13 have been fulfilled. But they speak of a time when the great furred ones appeared in
Wait,
the
furred like Harry?
yes, appeared in the sacred place. And the story goes that they and their ilk would return. And when they returned, it could bring death for everyone. He looks dead set at the three of you.
I'm not
And
furry.
while you do not carry fur, things remain to be seen. Tell me, since you asked a question, I'll ask one of my own.
Okay.
What right do you have to come to our world and disturb us?
None.
I mean, it was kind of an accident.
Oh, so we are an accident to you.
No. Our getting here was kind of an accident. I don't think anyone's an accident. I think everyone was put where they were put for reasons that I do not know because I am not that smart.
You speak like a believer, but you have no feathers. I cannot trust you. Now.
Fingernails are kind of like feathers. They're made out of the same thing.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
My fingernails are kind of like feathers. They're made out of the same thing.
Do not speak science to me, Landwalker. King says,
You know?
looks at him kind of side eye and looks at Eric and says, and your question?
My question is very simple. What can I do to prove ourselves to the good cardinal that we are here not to destroy, but to simply coexist? What can we do to allay your fears and win, if not trust, perhaps some level of cooperation?
King nods his head. Interesting question. You see, they speak not of themselves, but they want to prove themselves to us. That is not like a Dunbar. What do you call yourself?
We call our species humanity.
Humanity.
We are human.
These human may have some worth, I think. Cardinal ruffles his feathers. They want to prove themselves to us, sire. I'm sure I could find something in the prophecies that they could fulfill. A quest. And the word begins to reverberate around the room. Quest. All the birds kind of mutter it. Yes, yes, a quest will do. We can send you down to the Dunbar and have you deal with them for us. And maybe you could bring us what we need that we cannot get from them.
My lord, do you wish us to partake in violence for you? Because we are not by nature violent.
Oh, the cardinal says, "Oh, but you carry weapons.
We carry
You are
weapons.
violent."
We carry weapons to defend ourselves, Cardinal. As you would know, there are people that do not have scruples and follow no particular faith, therefore aren't grounded in any type of belief that can make them what we would call peaceable. As we travel, we need to be able to defend ourselves, for they will attack first and not ask any questions. As a matter of fact, I cannot do anything but give you my eternal gratitude for being so incredibly civil as to speak to us and not simply just firing at us at first sight. That is the sign of a truly enlightened culture, one that I believe that we can build a relationship with. We are willing to prove ourselves to you, but if you wish us to bring harm to others, we would be reticent to do so.
That'll be up to you. As you see, I do not carry weapons. I have my faith to protect me. The Fellowship guides and protects all who truly believe it. And
I
so,
believe faith is one of the most powerful things in the cosmos, my Lord, and that is why I have such great respect for what you represent to this culture and why I so desperately wish to gain your belief. And I thank you for the opportunity.
Sire, I will need to consult the prophecies to make certain the quest is correct. If you will excuse me. And he hops down from the perch and leaves the room through a side doorway. Well, this seems to be quite interesting. You, Human, and he points at Chewie. I'm sorry, you did not share names, did we not?
Oh, I'm Chewy.
Chewie. I am King Phoenix the 16th.
It's nice to meet you, sir. Your Majesty, Highness.
Chewie.
Chewy.
Chewie?
Yes.
Chewie. Well, Chewie, I will have one of the technician scientists take you to their laboratory and show you what they can do with the sled.
Oh, right on. Yeah, that would be great.
And maybe you can share some of your knowledge with us.
Oh, sure. I can tell you how to refurbish an LS engine and put a turbocharger on it and get you some speed. But you probably don't want that because your air is really kind of nice and clean, and all our tech makes a big stink.
I see.
This is a truly impressive place. Like I said, we could achieve much of this, but not as cleanly and as perfectly as you.
You flatter us so much. Your name?
My name is Eric Paulson.
Eric Paulson. Thank you, Eric Paulson. I think our diplomatic corps would like to speak with you. If you are truly wishing to form an alliance, then they will need to know more about your people.
I would gladly divulge whatever information I can.
You are an interesting person, Eric Paulson. And he looks at Cassidy. Since your questions revolve around the prophecies, while I cannot grant you permission to read the scrolls, that is the Cardinal's place, I can grant you access to an acolyte who'd be happy to talk with you about them. Would that be within your realm of wish?
That sounds very interesting.
Good. Well, then you will excuse me as I will retire. And I believe Aerith, oh man, you hear Aerith just like, oh, not again, I'm never going to go home. That kind of almost minor whine. And I'm sure Aerith will see to your needs. Yes, sire. Oh, do not look defeated. This is a great honor. You may have brought us a great new thing to our society. And so you will be well thanked when this is all over. Yes, sir. He squeaks out. And the king hops down from his large perch. And his a retinue of birds go with him into another hallway.
Well, I bow until he passes me.
And then things kind of mix up a bit as birds come and go. And some of them come over to watch you. They don't want to talk to you, but they want to watch you closer. And Era's standing there with you. I can escort you to another place where you can rest, and we can get you in touch with the people, the technicians, and the diplomatic corps, and the acolytes. I guess. Never gonna do things like this.
Oh.
Look, the king is benevolent, but I'm telling you, be careful.
You see how I go out of my way to attempt to prostrate myself as much as possible. All I want to do is seem respectful and genuinely exchange goods and ideas. I will do my level best to not insult anyone. Any insights that you might be able to give me into your ways, or any landmines that I would easily be able to trip over, please let me know. I do not wish to gain the ire of anyone. The cardinal is good enough.
Steve, yes. You seem nervous about the cardinal. Is there a reason?
Well, to be honest, the cardinal does what the cardinal will, even if the king says no, if you understand what I mean. The fellowship is strong, and they do not broker with outsiders. They do not take the word no very well.
Well, hopefully we'll have plenty of time to exchange ideas and stories, and I will tell you about the Holy Inquisition of Torquemada. That's a heck of a story.
Torquemada, what a great name, Torquemada.
It is a great name. The guy was really a bad guy. Yeah, he was one of the ones that used religion in order to get what they want. It was a sad tale, but one I believe you'd find interesting.
Okay. And I know, just want to stop for a second here. I know, Jim, you wanted to break a little early because you're tired. That's a good place to stop, actually. Now, Sweet. The question is, do you guys want to see an aside like the end of a TV show, or you want to leave it at that? Not involving the three of you. It's up to you.
Yeah, I can spend another 10 minutes to just put a little dot at the end of this sentence. Up to everyone.
Okay.
All I know is I'm not sure I trust these birds.
Well, neither do I, but we got to try our best.
I would say that Leslie knows not to trust me, but so we're going to cut to the cardinal speaking with another pigeon, and he says, "I have found the goal for them, and we will get what we need from the Dunbar, and if they truly bring it back, they will have the power of the Termelaran, and we can destroy them and make certain our world is safe. And that's where we can end." Now, Termelaran. The players have been given that word. The characters have not. And the fans who are in the audience know what that word is. And we'll leave it at that for next week.
I don't trust
you know how hard it is not to research crap when you say stuff like that, Mike?
Yeah, I know.
Birds ain't loyal.
Good luck spelling it. That's okay. And you can research it if you want to. I'm not going to have a problem. I trust you guys to not misplay things. But,
act like I have free time or something.
Yeah, I'm the only person who has free time, I think. So, with that said, I appreciate you guys playing tonight. I hope you had fun. I hope the audience had a good time as well. This is a very unique game in its own right, and so it forces a lot of creativity on a storyteller's part. You guys think it's hard running D&D? Ooh.
Oh yeah, D&D 50 million dimensions. Yeah, sure.
Yes. Especially when your players don't investigate things you've made.
The Bird Planet's more exciting.
Yeah, exactly. This is much better.
Where's Frog Planet? I know that Frog Planet exists, and I need to find it.
Actually, Pug Planet would be the one I'd like to go to.
Where is the planet full of highways and cars? Because Chewie is a race car driver who has not seen a road.
God, it's like you didn't see roads at all. I can't imagine where you saw roads at.
Those are not roads because roads are not do not electrocute you.
Okay.
general.
Unless that's how they power their cars, because they get the electricity through their wheels.
I'll take your opinion. That's fine. Okay, folks. With that said, I'd like to thank everyone for playing and attending. My name is Mike Leader. I've been your storyteller for Still on Fire's Fringeworthy today. I do a lot of different things. Currently working on a project called Caladrius, which is now a full tabletop role-playing game as well as a LARP system, and we're looking to expand it out not just for the Magical Academy system that we have, but also to other systems as well. And so we're in the process of building that. I and my team, as well as other project I can't talk about. Bob knows what it is, but I can't talk about the project just yet. So, but I will likely on the stream before the end of this game. I'm willing to bet. Let's go to the rest of our group. Well, Leslie, Bob, and then and Jim to tell us about who they are, who they played, any projects they're working on, or anything they want to share.
I'm Leslie. I played Captain Cassidy Wagner. I don't trust them birds. Not up to a whole lot right now. Still waiting to hear back from the Be the Match registry. If you want to see if you could potentially donate stem cells or bone marrow to someone, there is a link on Mike's link tree for the Be the Match registry. They'll send you a kit. It's really great. All you do is swab your cheek and send it back. But that's about it.
Cool beans.
I'm Bob, and I play Chewie, and I'm not up to really anything.
Except for no good.
Well, that's true.
That's kind of a given.
I'm Jim. I played Eric. I am on the board of directors and the head of role-playing games at Strategicon conventions that come around every 3 times a year. Our next one's coming up in May. Check us out at strategicon.net. Some pretty awesome games to play over there.
Oh man, May's coming around the corner. I got to write some stuff for Jim. I will be at Jim's convention, by the way, in May, running probably some. I think I'm running Spirit of 77, the game that Bob was a part of making, and a few others as well. I'll brag because I've got it right here. I likely will be running this game. I'll hold it up the camera so you guys can see it. Magical Kitties save the day.
Awesome.
Can I gain the ire of the Postmaster General in that game?
You probably can, because you're a cat. You make people love you. You're cute. Anywho, thank you all for attending. I appreciate you. We'll see you all next Monday night at 7 p.m. for episode 6, season 2 of Fringeworthy. Thank you all very much. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night.